So you just keep adding coolant thinking, I'll get to it later. It's just a minor leak. I don't see any puddles. Take a look at this. Yeah, that's a bigger leak than you thought. And everything you see here, that's green, that is coolant stain. Even that little white trail up there, that's on the side of the block, that's old coolant. Yeah, this is a bigger leak than you thought. Wow, can you see the difference between lights on and lights off? Look at that glowing. All from this, a UV light, just a little pen light, and the colored lens. This is the key to it. You need the yellow lens and the UV light, and you can do your own detective work. I can see where this car has been leaking for more than just 1 or 2 days like the customer said. And it's not just a hose clamp, it's something bigger. So this is a $200 repair that's going to turn into a $2,000 repair if you don't fix it right away. And don't forget, you can do that yourself at 1aauto.com. So 1aauto.com has tons of kits for gasket sets, and that's a great thing to do. And you can do it yourself with our videos. But let's talk about how we're going to prolong that. Don't prolong it. That's the point of my video. Don't prolong it to the point that it gets to head gaskets. But maybe you inherited a problem and now you have to do head gaskets. Well, we'll talk about it, quick diagnosing, how you can diagnose it quickly and visually. Now let's go with, this is a head. You don't ever want to go so long that it warps the head, because then we're talking big expenses. Could be a replacement head, machine the head, all sorts of stuff at the engine. We've all been busy and always put something off. Something has to give, right? Well, in this case, the coolant. The person just kept putting the coolant problem off, and it's such a minor leak, they thought, and it probably was at one point and turned into a major problem. They even went to such lengths to disconnect the coolant sensor light in that overflow tank, in that fill tank, and they bypassed it with a piece of wire in here. I can feel it. So now that light is not staring boom, boom at the dash on their face, and they're like, I feel so much better. That's how much this person put it off. Well, we're going to pressure test this car, and I'm going to show you what the end result was by them putting off the coolant. Okay, so I only got 15 pounds of pressure on that. I'm going to just bring it up to like 16, 18, which is normal. And I'm going to let it sit there, and I'm going to take my light, and we're going to just poke around the engine and see what we see. So I think I found it. Over on the side of the head here, there's a coolant like outlet. And if I move this, if I grab this back here, there it is. Look at that. That under pressure is seeping, and that's why there's no puddles on the ground, because it's just spewing out a little bit and it's evaporating against the hot engine. So that's how we found stains of it on the side of the engine, but not on the ground. So another quick way to diagnose gasket leaks, now, like I said, if you have a coolant, knowing the reservoir, find that overflow's going down, or you're adding coolant, don't put it off, because if it's a head gasket, you're going to cause more damage in the long run. You can do a combustion test, which is a little tester like this. You start the car up, make sure that coolant level is low, suck it out if you have to. You're going to put this over that, run the car, and give it a couple of pumps, and you see the bubbles? That's taking the air as the engine's running, and if there's combustion mixing with that coolant, it's going to go right up here and turn this color like a yellow. If it turns yellow, you have a combustion leak. So don't put it off. If you think you smell coolant, you'll find the trail leak if it's an external gasket, but if it's internal gasket, you'll have a combustion leak. And then another way you can check for a head gasket starting to seep is cream on your dipstick tube. So like a light cream color, that is antifreeze mixing with oil, and it will cause that cream on the dipstick. If you're seeing that, then you definitely have an internal head gasket leak. Oh man. Hey, do you need any help? No, I'm all set. I got a tow coming, thanks. All right, well, good luck. Man, I should have listened to myself. I wouldn't be stuck in this predicament. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell, because then it turns on all your notifications and you won't miss any future videos.